Hi Capricorn, my name is Audrey Alison. Thanks for joining me for your December 2017 Astro Tarot forecast. I'm shuffling the new Palladini Tarot by David Palladini, and the back is amazing. It's the infinity symbols with snakes, but it looks like an Ouroboros. So I like both of the imagery there. Let's get to it. I want to thank you too for subscribing to this channel and for your donations and for choosing me as your reader. I love what I do. So thank you for joining me. And happy birthday, happy solar return, because this is your month. And it's all about Capricorn from the 19th on. So on the 1st of December, we have Venus entering the sign of Sagittarius. So your 12th house is activated and will be throughout all of this month. Venus here is attracting you to the components of rest, of the psychotic, of the subconscious mind, the psychic ability, the release of bad habit, the focus on the mind, and patterns of this area for Capricorn is where you might be focused. You might be extremely intuitive throughout the month of December, and requiring some retreat from the hectic pace of life. And this is your month for that. We have our Mercury retrograde this month, and that is on the 3rd of December through the 22nd. And this is in that sector of the 12th house. So this is a big rest for Capricorn, Capricorn rising, Capricorn moon. Please watch all three of those signs for a full cosmic catch-up. Mercury retrogrades at 29 degrees of Sagittarius, back through the 11-degree mark. And he will cross over the remaining stay of Saturn in this sector. And Saturn has been working on this mind for you. Capricorn's been pretty heavy in the what are they saying? Deliberating? You're okay, that's not my word. Deliberating evaluating and deliberating what needs to be done in the 12th house. You've had a thorough, full mental review over the last couple of years, and honestly, sometimes it hasn't been that comfortable for you. Saturn is restrictive energy, and in conjunction with Pluto in your sign, I feel like you've had a very intense deliberating cycle with Saturn in the 12th. But I do know that Capricorn now knows what they will not need to tolerate and what they will. So there's a thorough understanding here. And Mercury reviewing this sector, there's like this final tail end of restriction that might happen in this Mercury retrograde going over Saturn through the 22nd of December. Our full moon is on the 3rd at 11 degrees of Gemini, and this is in the 6th house of health. So Capricorn is putting to rest any ailments that might affect them at this time, and maybe putting to rest a routine or a regimen according to your work schedule or daily routine that you've finished. There's a completion here, and our full moon brings an awareness for you to see what needs to be handled. On the 9th, Mars enters Scorpio in your 11th house, conjunct Jupiter. Mars is an instigator planet, catalyst planet of energy, and he's inspiration, and he's in a sector of connection and social clubs and friendships and people that you feel connected to. So you might see some energy here for yourself, Capricorn, that you have stamina to be social, whereas you might not have prior to Mars here. And there is energy for big groups because Jupiter's here, and there's an expansion to your connections online, the 11th house of the internet and friendships, and your goals are ignited because the 11th house of goals with Mars here could see you achieve them. You can be checking these off the checklist here. And Mars is here through all of December from the 9th on, and then all through January. On the 18th, we have our new moon at 26 degrees of Sagittarius in this sector of release and quiet, the 12th house. So you have this desire to develop the mindset. I know this is an internal energy. I'm going to get a lot of people going, more sleep, more quiet, but look, the 12th house is impacted. So maybe set your intentions on the release of habit. The 12th house is the house of the undoing as well. So you've reached a full circle when things add up in the 12th house. You can let go of some things, is what's the energy is saying here. You've accumulated everything you need. So you truly know what serves you, your best, highest purpose at this point. And the time of the new moon, you become very aware of this as well. On the 19th, Saturn enters Capricorn, and you have a 3-year stay with Saturn, your ruling planet, at home in your first house of self and body through December 17th of 2020. So it's a Saturn return for Capricorn, but particularly Capricorn rising, because your ascendant starts the first house on your astrological chart. So if you are not aware of your rising sign, please try to determine the time of your birth from your birth certificate, and you can look that up online, or you can get a reading with me and we can go over it. Saturn brings restriction and realignment. It's always to serve the best purpose. But what I am a little concerned with is the fact that you have Pluto in your first house. So when it's 2019, and this is far out, but I've looked at the astrology, Saturn will be crossing over Pluto, and the combination of them together could definitely see some realignment and redirectional energy for Capricorn, especially Capricorn rising. You might not tolerate anything that is not resting well with you. Pluto is endings and Saturn is limits. So it's almost saying, you know, you're going to be reaching the ceiling in certain areas of life, and it's up to the individual to discern what's working and what's not. But Saturn wants a realignment for Capricorn, and I feel like since he's your ruling planet, he will make it he'll make it known where you need to tweak things. And I would heed the energy you're feeling if you're inspired to do something different, whether that is with the body itself or with a relocation even. It might be time to consider that. Now on the 21st, the sun enters Capricorn, so happy solar return, happy birthday. And on the 25th, Venus enters Capricorn, so it is beauty time. Capricorn is looking their best aesthetically. There is the solar return energy, the smoothing over of the aesthetics. People are attracted to Capricorn when Venus is in this sign, and you might feel like reciprocating that energy. It's a love planet, falling in love, being attractive and available for love. So it's a beautiful energy. And I feel like you will have a strong awareness at the time of your birthday, especially if your birthday is in December. Let's get to the cards and see what comes up. But if you'd like to read with me, I still am having a special through the 24th of November. And if you book a 60 or 90-minute Astro Tarot reading with me, you'll receive 10 free minutes to tack on to that reading or to use at any free time during the rest of 2017. So Capricorn, here are your cards for December. Judgment. They call it the last judgment. So intense, so dramatic. Judgment. You know, this is a karmic card. This is an angelic card. See the angel above calling through the trumpet? There's talk about evaluation. Saturn this is coming up as a Saturn energy. It's the evaluator. It's learning what needs to be done and having a full awareness of all of that. Six of Swords. Travel isn't strongly indicated in a Mercury retrograde, but this is a travel card, and the retrograde isn't in a travel sector for you. It's actually in the 12th. So retreating for Capricorn might feel comfortable, and over the holidays, you might be required to retreat somewhere, and maybe you're just feeling that getting out of the home environment works for you. The next card, Three of Swords. Well, Cap, this is heartache. You know, this is the loss. This is pain. And we can't get through holidays without being reminded of people that passed. And maybe for some Capricorns, holidays aren't the best time. And there are reminders. And with Mercury retrograde here, we are reminded of the past. And you do have 2 new moons on these cards. You see the moons? There's an energy around the 18th of December, around that new moon. Maybe you're triggered here. And the 12th house is the subconscious mind, what you are reminded of deeply is what I'm getting. All right, here we go. Ace of Rods, new passion, attraction, romance, interest, creativity, love, what you are inspired by, what you are physically attracted to. You have one more card, Knight of Swords. This could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It could also mean rush and haste and some aggressive energy and very quick to decide. Maybe Capricorn feels a little guilty about something they did. Maybe Capricorn is responsible for breaking hearts. That wouldn't surprise me. They are heartthrobs. Heartthrobs. That looks like a heartthrob. Maybe Capricorn has some subconscious healing to do. There could be a guilty tone to the energy of these cards together. If you owe someone an apology, take action and do it. Don't be the martyr, and don't feel as if you're waiting on someone else. This says, look, you could take responsibility and you could be active in your role. It takes 2 people to tango, and you're not the only one that needs an apology. Someone else needs an apology too, is what I'm hearing. It might be an air sign, or it just might be that this needs to be delivered quickly and swiftly, without aggression. This could be aggro. The Knight of Swords is dominating energy too. Some of you have a younger brother, and there is a problem. You're not getting along, or there's some apology, there's some karmic retribution to this reading, and it could be coming to Capricorn that someone owes you this apology, or maybe you're the one that needs to step up. The Ace of Wands is very creative, very active, very passionate, and if you're hurting from loss in the past, and the holidays are reminding you of this, with the 12th house being so activated and Mercury retrograde reminding you of the past, look to what you have. Look to what you actually are inspired by in the current moment. Remember, the past isn't real. It doesn't exist anymore. You can let it go, because the only thing we have is the current moment. Yes, I know things are painful, but you are not your memories. People like to attach themselves to every memory, but that's like carrying the weight of the world on you. You have to start every morning when your eyes open as if it's the first day of your life and the only day of your life. That's a strong message. And I do hope it was helpful for you, Cap. I am wishing you a lovely solar return and a happy holiday. Remember, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.